It's awesome. I love having all these good hitters in the lineup. Feel like I can just be in the 9-hole, not do a whole lot, just go play good defense and do what I can. But it's amazing being on these teams with these guys, all these superstars, and everyone in between. I love it here. I feel like I've been here for years, and I'm going to give you my best, Canada. Thank you, fans, for coming out. Once again, we got a team. We want to take that next step. We're here to win. 2023, it's our year. Let's go.
All right.
Kevin Kiermaier, from enemy of the Blue Jay fans to probably a fan favorite right now. The Blue Jays winning their home opener. Welcome to the Homestand Show. James Sharman, Justin Pooney, Albert Vartanian with you. Lots went down last night. The Jays beat the Tigers. The Leafs beat the Lightning in a playoff preview, which Keefe is calling a character win. We'll talk about that. The Raptors, big play-in game tonight against DeMar DeRozan and the Bulls. We'll talk about that later on the show with Will Gottlieb of CHGO Sports. He's going to drop by to talk about that. Nor Zainab of Hoop Tops will drop by to talk about the Raptors angle and what's going to happen. I'm sure you're excited about that. Excited about the Raptors possibly getting bumped from the
No, I mean, I want the Raptors to be around because then it gives me content for Hoop Talks on this show. Why would I want the...
I don't believe you.
The Raptors doing well is good for my business.
Yeah, but whole speculation about what they then might do this summer
Yeah.
will take over.
That is true, too. You know,
we've barely talked about the game. It's been about Nick Nurse, off-season, Masai.
Yeah.
Anyways.
I will say this, though, about Kevin Kiermaier. Blue Jays fans, he's playing you guys like a fiddle. He is playing the media and the good guy. I love Canada. He's playing you guys like a fiddle. Because it's so fake.
But
Why
it's
is
not
it fake. No, it's not.
Oh,
I
here we
think
go. Yeah.
Finally, we've got some authenticity from an athlete who's actually saying something more than the usual cliches. And you're going to hound him and say, "Oh, yeah, well, I don't believe you."
I don't believe him. I don't.
What? That it's a good team and and he's here to win.
Feel like I've been here my whole life. Come on now, man.
Well, he's played for the Rays for a long
2
time.
days.
He's been in the same division.
Yeah.
So
And,
that's what he's saying.
He was enemy number 1 last year.
Well,
so
people
now
keep-
he's
hold on,
playing
hold on,
himself
wait.
to the
People
crowd
keep
to get
saying
their
this
good
thing.
graces.
I know I said it off the top of the show. I say it in jest. Excuse me, I just had some bubbly. Kiermaier, I don't think Blue Jay fans would ever consider Kiermaier as an enemy.
I think respect.
He was a really good
Yeah.
outfielder for the Tampa Bay Rays, who are, I guess you can count them as a rival for the Toronto Blue Jays. I feel like the Jays don't really have a rival.
No, the Jays are.
When's the last time
Boston,
Jays had
maybe?
No, come on, it's Boston. It's the Yankees and
I think
Boston. That's the main
while
rivalry.
the Red Sox and the Yankees over the years were winning championships, the Jays.
I remember those Expos series back in the day.
But the
Maybe
Jays
the
have been
Texas Rangers for those couple of years.
even then. I would say that would lasted a couple of years.
Yeah.
I mean the Odor and Beltray.
But you're right. There isn't a
Alexanders.
natural.
No, there's no natural rival.
The
per
Jays-
se.
Remember, the Jays have been irrelevant for a long time.
Yeah,
Let's
that's a
not
good
forget
point.
that. I mean, you talk about the World Series in the early '90s, but
Basically from '92 to 2015, they were
you got some of the
irrelevant.
guys who've been here. I mean, Delgado didn't have any postseason success. He didn't even sniff the postseason. We had Clemens at one point in Toronto.
Of all those teams, there's some good teams there. Some I want to say great teams and good teams, right? Name one Blue Jay with the charisma. Okay, I don't know if there is one.
I mean, you could say Batista. He had
Not interviews. He wasn't great though.
No, he was pretty dead actually.
Yeah, okay, maybe.
All of them were.
Munenori
Oh, yes,
Kawasaki,
yeah.
according to producer
Kawasaki,
Sean,
okay, yeah.
yes.
Outside of
Bush
Kawasaki.
Bush parties, that's right.
Yeah. I'm
not
all in.
limited though, right?
Hey,
I
look,
him.
hey, look,
You know
I
why?
just-
Because it's not just talk. He's showing it with the
He's
bat
playing well, right? Okay.
and in the outfield.
But let's see in the middle of June when he's on a
Of course.
0 for 20 slump
Of
or
course,
whatever.
yeah. I want to see
Let's
that energy.
that-
You're right.
Let's see that same energy then, right? It's all fine and dandy home opener, but let's see how this energy continues.
You can make the case that the feel-good factor of being with Toronto and being on a new team, being on a World Series contending team, is going to boost what you do on the field. That's probably going to die out. You can say the same thing probably about Chapman in the season he's having.
I agree, right? But the thing about Kiermaier is he's really trying to push that narrative right now and get into the good books. And
He's
hey,
not pushing
But
a
what can he
narrative.
do? What's he supposed to do? It's the home
play ball.
opener, right?
Play ball.
Oh,
He is though. He's playing
wow.
ball, playing really
Shut
well.
up
Play
and
well.
play
I
ball.
didn't say that. I didn't say
Let's
that.
quote
I
that
didn't say
on
that.
Twitter. Justin Pooney, shut up and play ball. Kevin Kiermaier.
Trying to get me canceled already.
What are you doing, man? Come on.
No, come on. I just
He
think
made a nice grab. He had a home
there's-
run.
Okay, athletes are smarter than we give them credit for. He's doing this for a reason, right? He's doing this for a reason to get in the good graces of the fans.
What's wrong with that though?
There's nothing
Yeah.
wrong with it. I'm saying it's smart. I'm saying he's just playing the fans. That's all I said. He's playing the fans.
But if he went out there and said nothing, and cliches,
Yeah,
we probably wouldn't be having this conversation.
exactly. Are we going to be having this conversation in a couple of weeks?
Possibly.
I don't think so.
Well, let's see. I mean, what can he do to maintain that, right? I mean, he's in
playing
the
well.
9-hole for Christ's sakes.
Yeah, but keep
Yeah,
on playing
he
well.
wants to
As
be the
if he's
best
there for his
9-hole
offense,
hitter in
isn't he?
baseball.
Yeah, keep
Listen.
on making those great defensive plays like he made last
Right.
night. What a catch! That was an amazing catch. That was during the time.
Kevin
of watching.
Pillar was loved by the fans. He was a very average baseball player.
Yes.
Good
But
shout.
great
Yes.
at catching baseballs midair because he got slow jumps on the.
Yeah. Well, listen.
And the ballpark looks great too on TV too.
It does look pretty
Yeah.
good. With Kevin Kiermaier, everything that he's saying and doing kind of overshadowed Alek Manoah's outing. Well, we'll talk about this later on the show, but not very good. I mean, is there?
Mention
Like,
it, yeah,
I know it's
Might
early.
upset the fan base.
It's
right?
early,
Can't be
but
doing
there's
that.
got to be a bit of a concern there, right?
Well, I don't know. Is it? Well, let's talk about it later. But I mean, is it a concern after 3 starts?
For me, it is. Is it?
It's a long season, like we've talked about, but yeah, it is. Like you don't want to see your ace have 3 straight shaky starts.
Be honest with you last night. So obviously, I mean, I was focused on the Jays number
Mm-hmm.
1, but I was going back and forth with the Leafs a lot.
Oh, yeah, so
last
was I.
night. And the more skirmishes I saw, I went back a lot quicker next time because I was quite enjoying
know.
that game. For
Oh,
a game
yeah.
that meant nothing at all, it was pretty entertaining.
I watched the highlights of the Leafs game in between basketball games. It was a very interesting, very spirited affair. It was actually
spirited is a good word.
surprised me because I thought it was going to be more like a preseason game when it
These
absolutely
games
wasn't.
matter.
They were just playing the
matter.
fans, Albert. You know, just
Yeah,
trying to get the fans
Yeah,
riled.
Shen was just fighting because that's what he
Yeah,
knows the
yeah,
fans
yeah.
want.
He knows
dude.
back
Come on.
home.
How about that? Shen Maroon toe to toe. I
Yeah.
loved it.
It was good.
Shen
yeah.
scored a goal. He needed an assist. He went at the goal.
I looked, and they're buddies too. They were talking in before the game
Yeah.
about their families and
Mm-hmm.
stuff, and then he goes, "I can hit the switch," and yeah, Luke, you can hit the switch absolutely.
Listen,
It's great.
Listen, different Leafs team. I'm just saying.
Push back.
Okay, this
Justin Pooney. I'm just saying.
next
it's a
week you could
different
tell
Leafs
me if
team.
they're a different team. Not right now. It's too early.
I will. You want?
Okay.
We can put a bet on it on
On
air.
live. On
I'm
live
feeling
TV?
pretty good about this too.
I'm thinking like $1,000. When
I'm not in your pay grade though. Like I'm not in your top.
Hey,
But if you're that confident,
I mean,
surely you can.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, coming up, we'll talk more about the Blue Jays tonight against the Tigers. Gosman gets the ball. We'll also touch on the Leafs. And Matthew Nyes, will he make the playoff roster?